Hello everyone, welcomes to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The daughter of Sister Wives, Christine Brown, shares her tell-all book plans. Has one of Christine Brown's daughters from Sister Wives disclosed that her mother intends to write a memoir soon? Thus far, several of her offspring have been quite candid about their experiences growing up in multiple families. Furthermore, they have not suppressed their emotions for Robin Brown, their father's fourth wife, and their father, Cody Brown. Which one is now prepared to reveal even more? For additional information, continue reading. Being the main housewife, Christine Brown reared most of the Brown children. 12 children were born to her and her second wife, Janelle Brown. Despite having only one kid, Mary Brown and her first husband remained a family. As for her, she enjoyed that Janelle was the one that put in the most effort at work. When the spouses in Las Vegas acquired their own homes in a dead-end neighborhood, everything changed. Even so, the children could still socialize freely, but they had greater independence. The wives were fully dispersed and had no close relationship after relocating to Flagstaff. Paydon Brown, Christine's son, began leaking secrets about growing up as a Sister Wives kid around the time she left the multiple family. Subsequently, Michael T. Brown Padron and Gwendolyn Brown launched their own YouTube channel and Patreon. Gwendolyn closed down the business after Garrison Brown passed away in early March 2024, but Michael T. continued to talk. Which of Christine's daughters is writing a reveal book, then? Michael T. said to the Ashley's Reality Roundup that she and a few of her siblings have discussed the concept. After talking about it, the Brown siblings indicated that they might do it jointly or separately. We've really thought about penning a book. I believe that I genuinely gave up on waiting to write a book with my siblings, which is why we created a Patreon account. Yes, I still believe that some of my siblings argue back and forth over taking up book writing. I'm not aware of any siblings that are actively working on a book right now. However, I believe that some of my siblings find the concept appealing. Ultimately, the daughter of Christine Brown remains fond of the notion of penning her own narrative. She says she would merely employ an editor and a publicity person, feeling that she has the necessary talents to accomplish so. This would help prevent her from going on and on. For Michael T. Brown Padron, a book is entirely possible. She is not bound by a contract with Sister Wives, in contrast to a number of the cast members. So nothing is stopping her from writing a book if that's what she wants to do. Sadly, Michael T. believes she would face backlash if she penned a book while the show was still being produced or aired. But once it's over, she'd be safe, so that would probably be the best thing. Tony Padron, her spouse, stated that they don't want to cause needless rifts. It looks like this will undoubtedly occur at some point in the future. Which book, one by Michael T. or one by one of the wives, would you rather read? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. Do Robin and Cody feel bad about what they decided? 5 things they might regret having done. In light of Cody Brown's son Garrison Brown's tragic passing, Sister Wives stars Robin Brown and Cody Brown might be feeling a great deal of regret. Although no one should be held accountable for another person's suicide, it makes reasonable that the tense couple would consider their previous choices and wish they could go back in time. Garrison's death is the worst thing that has ever happened to the Brown family. During all 18 seasons of Sister Wives, Robin and Cody have caused controversy. Robin's arrival was a major source of conflict for the family, thanks to Cody. His love for Robin felt like a betrayal to the other wives. Some of Cody's kids from his relationships with Christine, Mary, and Janelle Brown also developed resentment since they thought Robin's kids from her relationship with Cody were treated better. Being polygamous is never easy, it puts people in uncomfortable situations. Nonetheless, Robin and Cody need to take responsibility for some of their failings. They were so absorbed in one another that there was a great deal of hostility between them. They might have tried to be more egalitarian, even though Cody looked to go crazy. He was no longer motivated to attempt. Janelle, Mary, and Christine piled on the rage. The gang dispersed as Christine became the first to leave, leaving Cody with just one wife. It's not that Cody doesn't care for Robin, rather, the problem is that once they started dating, he became arrogant. He had become emotionally detached due to love's blinding effects. To Christine's open jealousy, he continued to demonstrate preference for Robin. For example, Robin would always sit behind him during family get-togethers, like a queen beside her king. She must have known that would make things worse. Far if Cody's prejudice was troubling, what was far more troubling was his refusal to accept it. He was trying to act like he regarded his other wives equally, despite his intense love for Robin. It appeared as though he was attempting to mislead his less affectionate wives, but it was just incorrect. Maybe he had financial motivations for keeping up the fake many marriages. Cody seemed to be getting further away from Christine as her craving for closeness grew. While she was obviously indifferent about Mary despite their mainly platonic connection, Cody did appear to care about Janelle. The only person who seemed to satisfy his enthusiasm was Robin. Cody famously boasted about hers before revealing how much she lusted after him. In retrospect, he probably wouldn't have portrayed the struggling, impoverished Janelle as mainly focused on his body. That was completely untrue. She adored talking to him and going camping with him. She wasn't really that naive. Even in season 18, when he got into arguments with his angry non-Robin spouses, Cody remained deft. Everything was the fault of everyone else. Cody made fun of his wives, excluding Robin, of course, calling them. One more thing that they might regret is the lifestyle differences between Robin, Janelle, and Cody. Janelle is a loving mother who is grieving the loss of her son. She was quite fond of Garrison. The painfully drawn-out mending procedure must be agonizing. Cody and Robin are obviously in suffering too, but they have each other. Cody may have regrets in the future, considering the circumstances surrounding his child's death. Robin, the shiny white sports car, the expensive David Yurman earrings, and the lavish mansion, were they really necessary? Maybe not, and maybe they could have provided Janelle with additional funding. These things should stay private, but in season 18, Janelle made it clear that she had taken out a mortgage and made significant investments in the doomed Coyote Pass project. To meet the demands of a father who was genuinely in love with only one of his wives, she accrued debt. It's time for Janelle to pick up the pieces. She must learn how to lead a mentally and materially fulfilling life. However, Janelle is a very strong and resourceful woman. She will overcome her problems, but her son's death will never leave her. Janelle tried to keep Garrison alive and did everything in her power to make sure he was safe. Her wonderful position as a mother is unaffected by the fact that she was a late bloomer. Most parents argue with their kids from time to time, especially if the kids are teenagers or grown-ups. No one can ever get along with someone. But because of his connection with Robin and the fact that he was a polygamist with 18 offspring, Cody had more than his fair share of problems. Naturally, Robin and Cody will now be plagued by nightmares whenever they interact with Garrison. If they could go back, which they sadly cannot, they would obviously make other decisions. That's why this is such an awful issue. Nothing can be undone.